The White House bringing its border wall battle to the Bay Area, squaring off against opponents here in federal court. KPIX5's Melissa Caen on the president's plan to try and divert funds.
So I'm going to be signing a national emergency.
On February 15th, President Trump promised to move around billions in federal money to pay for more border barriers. He proposed using funds for military construction, anti-drug trafficking, and money seized from criminals. And that same day, Governor Gavin Newsom promised that California would sue to stop that spending.
Fortunately, Donald Trump is not the last word. The courts will be the last word.
Today, attorneys representing 20 states, including California, and the House of Representatives, and activists lined up to ask federal judge Haywood Gilliam to issue an injunction stopping all that spending.
We're asking for an order blocking the use of these funds that Congress didn't appropriate to build a wall on the border. It's very simple. They didn't get the money for it. They can't build it. That's why we had a shutdown.
Dror Ladine is with the ACLU, and he says the federal government had an odd defense. They argued today that the judge should not issue an injunction to stop the spending because they haven't really spent it.
I think it's extraordinary that the government said in February that there's an emergency that requires that we suspend every normal way of doing government and get the military involved in building the wall. And now 3 months later, they're in court saying, let's not do anything too fast. It's an emergency, but we haven't made any decisions yet. I think the court was skeptical of that claim.
But groups like the Sierra Club say the court should stop all the spending. And when the government figures out what it wants to do, it should come back and ask permission.
You know, there's many people that live all along the border who are threatened by this wall. And that's what our lawsuit's about.
Now, attorneys for the Department of Justice were not available for comment, and we expect a ruling on this injunction sometime before the end of next week. Melissa Caen, KPIX5.